Welcome to this series where I'm going to go through a couple of common rookie mistakes in SOLIDWORKS sketches and how you can avoid them. And I want to talk about using the two different kinds of methods to create sketch entities, click and drag versus click click. So first I'll show you the click and drag method. And I'll take the line tool for example. So starting on the origin, I'm going to click with my mouse and keep the mouse button pressed as I drag the mouse forward, right? And then releasing that left mouse button to create a singular line entity. So this just makes me one line, and I had to keep my mouse pressed the entire time. I'm going to make this kind of L shape for a bracket. So I need to come back to this point, click, drag, release, click, drag, release. And I have to reconnect each segment. And I also have to keep my mouse down, pressed down until I find the right, spots where it lines up. So here, I'm still dragging that mouse until I see that blue horizontal guideline that's going to help me. And when I see that pop up, then I can release the mouse button, right? I can also go back here and release. Now, I actually just demonstrated a pretty common error I see people run into when they use the click and drag method. Because you have to be so precise about connecting every single line manually, a lot of times you might just miss it when you do those connections. And so what should be a closed contour is not fully closed, and SOLIDWORKS is not going to be happy. So I can, of course, rectify this just by, dragging this endpoint onto the other one and closing the shape, and there we have it. But that's one common mistake that I see people make with the click and drag tools. You kind of miss it. It's kind of clunky. You have to keep your mouse held down, and there's a lot of extra clicks and drags in there. I'll just clear this out, and then we'll make the same shape using a different method. This is the click-click method. Now, the way this works is I'm going to make a momentary click once with the mouse, and then move the mouse. I can take my hands off, and then make another momentary click to finish the line. So click number one. Now my hands are free. I can take my hands off the mouse and walk away. I can come back, put the mouse into position, and then click the second time to make that line. Another nice thing about this method is that it's kind of more like a polyline. So the next line that my mouse is trying to create is using the end point of my first line as the starting point here. So I can just move my mouse into position on that horizontal guideline, click again, and then move the mouse, click, move the mouse, click, and I'm not dragging anything anywhere. And especially here when I'm trying to find the guideline that's both on the yellow and the blue, I can be really precise. I can zoom in, make sure it looks good, and then just click once I get the right placement. And then same thing to click to close. And because I didn't have to match up any of those endpoints manually, I can be pretty confident that these are all connected at all of the corners, and I get that shaded sketch contour. Now, sometimes with that click-click method, you will get stuck thinking that SOLIDWORKS, needs you to draw another line than you actually need. So let's say we draw 3 line segments, and SOLIDWORKS wants to draw a fourth, and it's kind of, sticking to my mouse. If I just want to finish off that last third line segment I drew, I can just double-click anywhere in space, and it's going to finish that previous line. So if I need to just draw a single line, I can do click, move, click, and then double click anywhere to get out of it. And again, to connect endpoints, I can just do click, move the mouse, click, right? So even though click and drag is a valid way to create sketch entities, it's not technically wrong. I would just say that overusing it or generally not being aware of the click-click method is what's the rookie mistake. So to take your skills from novice to pro, just got to be aware of both. And we'll see you in the next video tech tip.